What are the best small crossover SUVs that you can buy for under $30,000? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. Crossover SUVs are incredibly popular, but the problem with a lot of them is that they're just way too expensive for the budgets of a lot of consumers. The good news though is that if you're willing to sacrifice a bit of size and space, there are some really good crossover SUVs that you can buy for a pretty affordable price. So if you want to know what are the best subcompact crossover SUVs that you can buy for under $30,000 in terms of value for money, reliability, and design, then make sure to stick around to the end of this video. Let's start off with my number 7 pick on this list, which is going to be the Hyundai Kona. Now the Kona is a very well designed small crossover and an incredibly popular one as well. Ever since it hit the market back in 2018, it has been a huge hit for Hyundai. A lot of consumers are just really attracted to its distinctive looking design, great driving experience, and excellent value. If you're looking for an eye-catching small crossover that includes a lot of features for the money, then the Kona is definitely going to appeal to you. It has a very well-designed interior space with easy-to-use controls and one of the best touchscreen infotainment systems on the market. The higher trims also include a lot of features that you normally don't see in a small crossover for this price point. And of course, because it's a Hyundai, it comes with one of the best warranties on the market as well. Although it's a very well-designed crossover, the Kona does have a few issues that hold it back on this list. Although the pricing looks very attractive, the Kona doesn't include a lot of active safety features that come standard on most rivals, including automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control. If you want to get all these valuable safety features, you do have to pay extra for a higher trim level. The biggest issue with the Kona though has to do with the drivetrains. The standard 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that comes in the base Kona is part of a major Hyundai Kia recall, which can lead to total engine failure or even an engine fire. This very serious recall affects hundreds of thousands of Hyundai and Kia models, including the Kona, and as of now the company doesn't have a permanent fix for the problem. So buying a car with one of these engines is a little bit of a risk. Now you could avoid this issue by going for one of the higher trim levels that comes with the 1.6-liter turbocharged engine, which does give you much better performance. The problem with the turbocharged engine and the dual clutch automatic transmission that comes matched to it is that these drivetrains are not the best for long-term reliability. If you're looking for something that's going to last you for upwards of 10 to 15 years without giving you any major issues, then it makes more sense to go for a less complicated drivetrain. So let's move on to my number 6 choice, which is going to be the Kia Celtos. Now the Celtos is actually a platform cousin of the Hyundai Kona, which means that the two cars both share the exact same components. The only major difference is that the Celtos has a more updated design, and because it's slightly larger than the Kona, you get a little bit more interior space and cargo space. Other than that though, the Celtos shares all the same benefits of the Kona, including a great driving experience, lots of features for the money, aggressive pricing, and an excellent warranty. Unfortunately though, the Celtos also shares the same downsides of the Kona, including being part of the Hyundai Kia engine recall. The recall affects the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which could have defective piston rings that can lead to burning engine oil and in extreme cases, complete engine failure or an engine fire. The Celtos is also available with an optional 1.6-liter turbo engine with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, just like you get on the higher trims of the Kona. Now, just like in the Kona, this drivetrain gives the Celtos really good performance, but it also brings up the same long-term reliability concerns because turbocharged engines and dual-clutch transmissions are more complicated and expensive to repair long-term. For someone who's just looking for a shorter term ownership experience, say upwards of 7 to 8 years, I think both the Celtos and Kona are amazing choices, especially if you can get one for a really good price. Let's move on to my number 6 choice, which is going to be the Nissan Kicks. If you're looking for a new crossover SUV that you can buy for a very small budget, say under $25,000, then you really need to be considering the Nissan Kicks. It is one of the best values in the small crossover segment, and there's really not much else that can compare to it when you look at its pricing. For a little over $20,000, you can get a very well-equipped model that comes with lots of great features, including lots of tech, a great infotainment system, and lots of active safety technology. The Kicks is also a surprisingly practical small crossover. It has a pretty spacious interior and cargo area, and the drivetrain offers pretty good performance with amazing fuel economy. For someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money, the Kicks really is one of the best options out there. But if you are okay spending a little bit more, then let's move on to my number 5 pick, which is the Honda HR-V. Now we're starting to get into some of the most solid, no-brainer crossovers that you can buy, and that absolutely includes the HR-V. This is a very well-designed SUV and a surprisingly practical one too, thanks to a very spacious interior and cargo area with rear seats that are flexible that can be folded up or down to give you tons of space. The HR-V also includes lots of great active safety technology as part of Honda Sensing, which comes with lots of safety features as standard on every trim level. Now the HR-V isn't perfect. It does have a pretty dated touchscreen infotainment system, and the controls can be a little bit finicky. It also doesn't have very much power, thanks to a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine that only makes a little over 140 horsepower. Although the performance isn't the best, the HR-V does make up for it with its amazing reputation for long-term reliability and very high resale value. This is one of the best crossovers to buy and hold on to for a very long time, upwards of 10 to 15 years, and not have to worry about expensive repair bills. The pricing is a little bit higher than some of its competitors, but because the HR-V has such great resale value, you're also going to get a lot more money back when you sell or trade it in down the road. You really can't go wrong choosing the HR-V, but if you want something that's a little bit more up to date and perhaps a little bit more aggressively priced, then you're going to want to check out my number 3 pick, which is the Subaru Crosstrek. If you just want a no-nonsense, reliable small crossover SUV, you really can't go wrong choosing the Crosstrek, which is one of the best options in the segment. Unlike its competitors, which come standard with front-wheel drive with all-wheel drive available as an option, the Crosstrek comes standard with all-wheel drive, which is Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, which gives you great performance and even some off-road capability. You also get Subaru's EyeSight active safety technology, which includes features like automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control. The base 2-liter 4-cylinder engine doesn't have very good performance, but if your budget can stretch a little bit higher, you can get a slightly more powerful 2.5-liter engine on the higher trim levels, which pretty much solves that problem. The best part about the Crosstrek though is its amazing value. It's a very aggressively priced SUV when you consider all of the features that it includes, and it also has a great reputation for long-term reliability and very strong resale value. It is just a very well-rounded choice and one that's hard to argue with, but before you make up your decision, make sure to check out my number 2 pick on this list, which is the Toyota Corolla Cross. Now many might not be familiar with the Corolla Cross because this is actually a brand new entrant into the small crossover segment, but although it's brand new for 2022, it basically shares all of the exact same parts and hardware from the regular Corolla sedan and hatchback. Now that's actually a very good thing because the Corolla is known to be one of the most reliable, longest lasting cars that you can buy. So if you're just looking for a small affordable SUV that's going to last you for a very long time without any expensive repairs, then the Corolla Cross is going to be an amazing choice. It's also a very practical SUV. Although it is smaller than the RAV4, it still has plenty of interior space and a really good sized cargo area. And unlike the Toyota CHR, which only comes with front-wheel drive, you can get the Corolla Cross with optional all-wheel drive, which should be a major bonus to a lot of crossover buyers. Like the other Corolla models, the Corolla Cross comes with a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that makes close to 170 horsepower. There's also going to be an optional hybrid drivetrain down the road, which should achieve amazing fuel economy. At the time of this recording, the pricing for the Corolla Cross has not been announced, but it should be very competitive with the other rivals on this list. The Corolla Cross has all of the ingredients to become a smash hit, and I think this is going to be a hugely popular SUV for Toyota. But because I haven't had a chance to thoroughly test drive one quite yet, I can't give it the number 1 spot. Until that time comes, my current number 1 pick is going to be the Mazda CX30. Now, like the other top picks on this list, the CX30 basically checks off all of the boxes for what most buyers are looking for in a small SUV. It has a very attractive looking design with a high quality, upscale feeling interior that can actually rival a few entry-level luxury SUVs. It also has a great driving experience, probably one of the best in this segment thanks to its amazing handling and strong performance. The CX30 comes with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes around 186 horsepower and comes matched to a conventional 6-speed automatic transmission. Not only does this drivetrain offer pretty good performance, it's also a very solid drivetrain in terms of reliability, making the CX30 an amazing choice for an SUV that you can buy and hold on to for a very long time. If your budget can stretch high enough, the CX30 also offers the option of a turbocharged 2.5-liter four-cylinder that makes around 250 horsepower, not only making this the most powerful crossover that you can buy, but also one of the best performing ones too. For a budget of under $30,000, you really can't go wrong choosing the CX30. Its only real downsides are the fact that it has somewhat limited outward visibility thanks to its pretty small windows, and the infotainment system takes a bit of time to get used to. Aside from that though, the CX30 pretty much delivers everything that crossover shoppers are looking for, including a great design with amazing performance, a high quality interior that's packed with lots of great features, and amazing long-term reliability and resale value. It's just one of the easiest crossover SUVs to recommend for its price point. So let me know what you thought of the crossover SUVs on this list. Which one would you buy for under $30,000, or would you buy something else instead? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also check out some of my other car videos by taking a look at these links over here. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to check out carhelpcanada.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.